how it's belliness. But yeah, got the tassels and everything. I'm excited about it. It's real cute to me. It's my thing. It's my first DIY. No, well, it's not my first do-it-yourself creation, but it's definitely my latest. I'm just like, I feel so like awesome about it because I really was sitting there with my little tools and I was like, I'm gonna get this shit right. And pretty much my inspiration was PVC Queen on Tumblr. She actually has been making these shirts, and I was like, fuck, like I want one so bad, but I couldn't find a shirt to destroy. And today when I was cleaning my room, I was like, oh shit, I have a shirt that I'm not supposed to destroy, but that I could destroy. So what I did was I cut the neck of the shirt, and then to cut these, you just need to make just little holes and stuff, and then it's tedious on the shoulders, on like right here, because like you don't want to like the big gaps. I didn't want that really, and I made a few errors, but I'm happy with it overall. All right, so this is CoverGirl's Siren. That's what I'm wearing on my lips. Oh. Yeah, so True Story Tuesday. This is a story from a long time ago, okay? So, like, most of the people in question, I don't have names for it because I can't remember the names of the people who are involved, but I definitely remember the fucking situation. I used to work at JCPenney, and this is, like, my second real job. And, it was just, like, I didn't hate it. It was just a lot of just fucking walking around and, like, just bothering people. That's the only thing I hated about it, is like asking people like, do they need help? Because 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers don't need no help. They really don't. Because if they do need help, they'll come up. But you still have to, be proactive and be like, oh, do you need some help? So it was really just about customer service. And I was really young, and I was just like, oh, this fucking blows. Just want to make money. So they pretty much realized that I didn't want to fucking work with people. So they sent me in the dressing room all the time and made me just pick up shit. And I remember, like, one day in particular, it was just, like, everything popped off on that day. Like, everything crazy that could go wrong went wrong that day in particular. I remember I came in, and I think I came in around noon, and the person who was working before me decided they weren't going to fucking do anything all day. So when I went into the fitting room, it was literally, like, 2 fucking inch piles of clothes on the ground. And like when I say 2 inch piles, I mean like the whole fitting room like was just fucking bombarded with clothes. It's like nobody decided to go behind anyone and clean up. So I was real fucking pissed. And I was, just trying to just do my work, whatever. And I remember later on that day, an old woman came in. At some point, she made it over to the kiosk, and she was asking me questions about shirts. She was trying to get something that was Sag Harbor. I don't know if you know about Sag Harbor, but that's like some old people clothes. And true story, before like I even knew it was called Sag Harbor, I thought it was called Sagabor. So, so like people would be like, oh, like, what brand is this? And I'm like, oh, that's Sagabor. And like, I'm sorry, like the more I say it, the more I sound dumb as fuck. But I be telling people, I'm like, yeah, yes, that is Sagabor. I was telling people about Sagabor, it was Sag Harbor. So if anybody from Sag Harbor's team hears this, y'all need to like really get a fucking space in between Sag and Harbor, because I really thought it was Sagabor. This old woman, asked me some questions that she left, and then next thing I know, I'm getting called over to the kiosk because we have a problem. It turns out that, this old woman had left her coat in the dressing room, and when she went to go get it, she said that somebody had fucking peed on it. My first instinct was, I laughed. It wasn't even like all that dramatic. I just fucking laughed because I was just like, that's fucking cray. Like, who is pissing on coats and shit? Like, I was like, this nigga's on the loose. Like, thank God my coat is somewhere else, because it was in the middle of fucking winter. So I'm just like, oh my God, like that nigga really didn't like you, bitch. Like, he really pissed on your fucking warmth device. The store was just like going ape shit, because they were just like, oh my God, like we gotta find somebody. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, we already got asset protection who was trying to find some nigga that was stealing comforters. Like, this nigga would just like do some acrobatics and just like literally like just steal and get into a getaway car and roll the fuck out, and like he did this like 8 fucking times and no one caught his ass. So they thought maybe it was him, like maybe it was like a message, a symbol that he was like pissing on like these niggas. But like I'm sitting over here like, no, I think a nigga just pissed on the fucking coat. But more importantly, there's niggas pissing on coats. Like, fuck this one situation in particular. I'm thinking of this shit on a larger scheme. Like, what if this shit is like a thing now? What if niggas just gonna start pissing on people's coats and shit? So I was already kind of shook about it because I was just like somebody piss on a coat, they'll do anything. Like, what's next? Doo-doo? My fucking job performance is about to be real fucking low if they got niggas shitting on stuff. Because I had, prior to the pee, I did see some nasty shit. Like, somebody left a fucking taquito inside the room, and I thought it was some doo doo. Like, the way that it was positioned, I was like, somebody done took a fucking shit. And when I found out it was a taquito, I was minorly relieved, but I was still kind of mad because I was just like, who the fuck leaves a fucking taquito behind? Either finish that shit or throw it in the fucking trash. Like, explain to me. Taquitos are fucking delicious. You're lost. Pretty much, you know, the old woman is like going apeshit, like she's going crazy. She's just like, I need my coat. It's so cold outside. Like, what am I gonna do? My manager was like, we'll give you a new coat, any coat you want, you could pick out. Blah blah blah. Meanwhile, they telling me to watch this bitch and make sure she only gets a coat from clearance. So I'm just like, oh, like I'm supposed to be following this bitch, telling her, oh, I know that we said you could get any coat you want, bitch, but stay away from the fucking mink. Y'all niggas shouldn't have said that shit to her. You should have been like, listen, we have some coats and we'll bring them to you and see which ones that you like. Can we get your size? Then you could have just fucking picked one and gave it to her. Why the fuck would you? That's like, come on now. That's like if someone had pissed on my coat and they were like, you can get any coat you want, girl, I would be getting the most fucking bowling coat I could fucking find. And that's what this bitch was trying to do until the fucking assets protection guy comes downstairs and he's like, the only person in the fitting room was her. In the last fucking 20 minutes of the whole fucking store, she's the only person that went in and out. So we don't know how the fuck somebody peed on her damn coat. That doesn't make any sense. So they start questioning her again, making sure, like, are you sure somebody peed on your coat? Like, what really happened? You spilled something on yourself? Eventually, this bitch broke down and started telling all the fucking tea. Oh, I'm sorry. I peed on my coat. I'm so sorry. Like, just crying and shit. And I'm just looking at her like, bitch, you really just fucking blacked out. Because, like, this is what I didn't say, though. She was blacking out on people. She was going crazy like, this is how you carry your establishment. My coat has been defecated. And I'm just like, bitch, you fucking pissed on your coat and you really gave us that fucking Grammy-nominated fucking speech, bitch? Really? Really, bitch? Did you want to get a fucking Oscar this year? Are you really trying to get a fucking Oscar this year? Really? I heard the King's speech was good. You really trying to beat them out? I just didn't even understand where this bitch was going with that, because she was hella fucking mad about someone peeing on her coat. And as soon as these niggas came up and was like, bitch, you pissed on your coat. She was like, oh yeah, I did piss on my coat. And she was crying, acting a fool, and they just were just like, well, bitch, no coat for you. And they kicked her the fuck out the store. They took down her name and everything. They told her she is not welcome back in fucking JCPenney. I was cackling like a fucking witch inside the damn fitting room. I guess I was. No, why would you do that? You're fucking crazy. And then, like, I can understand, like, when you're older, maybe you gotta pee, and if you pee on yourself, own that shit. Yes, I peed on myself. So get a Hey Arnold. Tie that shit around your fucking waist and walk your ass fucking home. JCPenney is like, her car was near the entrance of the damn store. So I don't understand when the fuck she could have just pissed on herself and just fucking made it out of there, just hightailed it. She really put on a fucking show so she can get a new fucking coat after she pissed on her own fucking coat. Child, boo. You're fucking crazy. Point blank. Like, no one here is gonna send you home. Like, if you didn't even have to tell nobody you pissed on yourself. You could have left. Shit is cray. Shit is really cray. But anyways, I'm probably gonna do a tutorial on this shirt and like how I did it. I have another shirt that I can do it on. I'm gonna probably do that either tomorrow or not tomorrow. And if I don't do it tomorrow, y'all not gonna see me for a little bit because I have East Coast Fatty Swap coming up on Friday. And I'm just trying to get geared up and ready for that because I'm like so fucking pumped to just do this and like have this weekend and have fun. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to. If you thought this was funny, you could subscribe. You don't have to though, because I'll still be here if you don't. Ah!